You're watching ABC 7 News at 4, starting with First Alert Weather.
And good afternoon. I hope everyone's having a great day today. We've had a limited shower activity again. There are a few storms starting to pop up there. Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your First Alert Weather forecast here at ABC 7 News at 4. 88 degrees right now. The feels like temperature at 99. It's gone down 3 degrees in just the last hour, but still very hot out there. Winds out of the southwest now, so that southwesterly flow has returned across the Sun Coast, and get used to it. It's going to stick around a while. Pressure now 30.09. That's high. That continues to rise. High pressure now centered just to the northeast of us and to the northwest. They're going to merge and eventually head southward and set up along the Florida Straits, and that will change our wind flow. We've been talking about this for the past couple of days as that cold front now moving through Arkansas eventually slides down into North Georgia over the upcoming 48 hours, and that will push those high pressure systems down to our south. Right now there are a few storms around, not much near the coast, a little bit of rainfall near Venice, stretching off to the east there along I-75, a couple lightning strikes there. Venice Gardens getting some light rain, Nokomis as well, and near Jacaranda. Down south to the southeast of Punta Gorda, pretty big cell there, and that is moving in your direction, so look out. Get ready for some heavy rainfall across parts of central Charlotte County and into southeast Manatee County. A few storms exist there as well. We'll have more on our forecast and talk about that changing wind and what it means for our timing of storms coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to some breaking news. More dead dolphins are turning up in Suncoast waters, presumably the victims of red tide.
2 dolphins were towed to shore this morning from the waters near Venice, the latest of several found dead since yesterday. Now scientists with Mote Marine Lab say they're on their way to recover 2 more. ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us live now from Mote Marine with the details of what happened. Rebecca, what can you tell us?
Jacqueline Scott, well, just when people thought that the toxic algae was gone from South County, Mote Marine Laboratory confirmed just a few moments ago that a total of 6 dolphins have been recovered in or near Venice in just the last 24 hours. Here are some photos of the dolphin that the Venice Marine Patrol is picking up right now in North Casey Key. After they securely remove the dolphin from the beach, they will be going to the location of the 6th deceased dolphin that has been reported about a mile away from where they are right now. And take a look at this exclusive video we shot earlier today of the same police officers towing in the 2 that were recovered this morning. Both dolphins were loaded on a Venice police truck and transported to the Mote Marine Laboratory to have necropsies performed to determine if in fact it was red tide that killed them. And tonight at 5, I'll tell you how scientists are able to determine those results. Plus, you'll get to hear from the officers who found these dolphins. Live in Sarasota, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Rebecca, thank you. ABC 7's Rick Adams is on his way to that boat ramp in Venice where 2 dolphins are being recovered right now. We will continue to bring the information to you on this developing situation. Well, many people are reaching out to ABC 7 with health concerns about red tide. Some are experiencing respiratory issues, but to what degree? ABC 7's Taylor Torregano is live at a marina on Ken Thompson Parkway with what doctors have to say. Taylor?
Good evening, Scott. Today and all week, the smell of fish has been strong in this area near the John Ringling Parkway, and right now is no exception. You can see the dead fish floating, the red waters, and even standing here, my eyes are getting irritated, my throat is scratchy. So what exactly are these health impacts of red tide? Dr. Jennifer Ferguson works for Wyndham Allergy, Asthma, and Sinus in Sarasota. She advises everyone to steer clear of the water. Dr. Ferguson says the toxins are very potent, and when inhaled, they can cause numerous issues such as coughing, sore throat, and scratchy eyes. But it goes beyond that if you do go inside the water. There's also the potential for skin irritation and rashes. Dr. Ferguson says because of the red tide, her office is seeing a much higher number of people with flares of nasal symptoms having to use their rescue inhalers. These patients are the ones who live near or have visited the beaches during this severe bloom. The good news is Sarasota Memorial Hospital says no one has checked into their emergency rooms with these symptoms of red tide. Hear more from their medical director and how you can protect yourself coming up at 6. I'm live on Longboat Key. Taylor Torregano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Taylor, thank you. And remember, ABC 7 is covering this red tide bloom extensively. You can see all of the stories we've put together on a special red tide section of our website. Just go to mysuncoast.com. Jacqueline joins us now with the latest on charges filed against a New York congressman.
Scott, Republican Congressman Chris Collins set to be arraigned today after being arrested and indicted on insider trading charges. Today, prosecutors charged Collins with securities and wire fraud and with making false statements. Collins' son and another man are also charged in this case. Authorities say they used insider information about the outcome of a drug trial to trade on a pharmaceutical company's stock. Prosecutors say this allowed them to avoid more than $700,000 in losses. An emotional day for law enforcement after they found the remains of a young boy at a New Mexico compound. No positive ID has been made, but sheriff's deputies do believe the description fits a little boy from Georgia who has been missing for months. Last week, 11 starving children were found living at that compound. According to the Associated Press, one of the men arrested was training the children to commit school shootings. The FBI has been doing surveillance on that area since May and say the little boy was never identified as being there. After the raid last Friday, when they found those 11 other children, authorities were able to get more information that they needed to get another search warrant.
I had no probable cause to get a search warrant to go onto this property prior to the day I wrote the first one. I wished, in hindsight, there was, but we would not have been there lawfully.
The little boy's mother reported him missing in December. She told police her husband had taken him and wanted to do an exorcism on the boy because he thought he was possessed by the devil. In Oak Island in North Carolina, a young girl is recovering this afternoon from a shark attack in shallow water.
911.
Hi, I'm on Baldhead Island, access 42, and a girl just got bit by a shark.
A girl just got what, I'm sorry?
Bit by a shark.
That was the 911 call that came in one after the other. A surf instructor heard the girl's screams from the shallow waters off of a sandbar when a shark bit her right leg. Her dad quickly carried her to safety, and thankfully she will be okay. Now, there has been an uptick in shark attacks over the last 10 years. Some scientists say climate change could be helping drive that surge.
As ocean temperatures keep rising, and sharks distribute themselves to higher and higher latitudes, you're going to get encounters at places where you seldom had them before.
In Cape Cod, another shark incident. Surfers scrambled to the shore after witnesses say a shark maneuvered through a group of people while hunting a seal, seen bloodied and floating just moments later. Luckily, nobody was injured there. Well, 11 months after Hurricane Maria wreaked havoc on Puerto Rico, officials say power has been restored to most of the people on that island. The Puerto Rico Electric Power said only 25% of the people there remain in the dark. The state-owned utility company has struggled over the last year to recover from last September's storm. Hurricane Maria resulted in the largest blackout in U.S. history and the second largest in world history. Federal officials say restoration efforts were slowed by the island's remote location and poor condition of infrastructure and roads in that area. Well, let's send it back to Scott with some more information on how the Manatee County School District plans to handle any threats that are made this year. Scott?
Well, Jacqueline, the first day of school now just about 5 days away, and Manatee County officials plan to crack down more than ever on social media threats. The district says, fake or not, students who threaten to use weapons on campus will be suspended for up to 10 days and considered for expulsion. Even worse, a student can get charged with a second-degree felony and face up to 15 years in prison. New developments on suspected school shooter Nicholas Cruz. The sheriff leading an independent investigation of the incident says Cruz's behavior before the shooting was a roller coaster. Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri says Cruz would do well at school for long periods, but then his behavior would deteriorate. The Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Commission is holding a closed session on Cruz's educational, medical, and mental health today. It's expected to file a final report by the end of the year. Still ahead on ABC 7 News at 4, frustration over Florida's controversial Stand Your Ground law, what opponents hope to accomplish with a rally today in Tallahassee. Plus, crime-fighting cows, how the animals help police solve a car theft case here in Florida. And if you hate going to the doctor, CVS now has a new way you can get health care without ever leaving your home.
Mascara adds depth to the eyes. Lipstick gives the mouth color and definition. And ALS paralyzes the body.
You look great, Mom.
Thank you.
slowly taking away the ability to move and eventually breathe.
I heard about the Dattoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dattoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dattoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
A follow-up now on the mother accused of drowning her 4-year-old daughter in the Hillsborough River. Shakayla Denson made an appearance in court today. After a 3-hour hearing, the judge ruled there was more than enough evidence to continue to hold Denson without bond. Denson is charged with first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse after her 4-year-old's body was found in the river. An arraignment will take place sometime in the next couple of weeks. Pastors, civil rights leaders, and politicians rallying today in Tallahassee, asking Governor Rick Scott to repeal the state's controversial Stand Your Ground law. The family of Marquise McLaughlin also taking part in today's event. McLaughlin was gunned down during a dispute over a handicapped accessible parking space in Clearwater. The Pinellas County Sheriff did not arrest the man who shot McLaughlin, citing the Stand Your Ground law. The state attorney's office is reviewing the case to decide whether charges are warranted. State Democrats are asking for a special session to revisit that law. Jacqueline is in the newsroom now with a look at what's trending.
Scott, people have been herding cows for forever, but here in Florida, it was the cattle that herded one person. Take a look at this video. It happened in Seminole County, just north of Orlando. It all started after a stolen SUV crashed near a pasture during a chase with police. One of 3 people in that vehicle then ran off. That's when video from a police chopper caught a herd of cattle, about 16 of them, hoofing it alongside the suspect, who was eventually cornered by the cows at a fence, where officers then arrested that person. Now to a frightening near miss with a state trooper that was all caught on camera. Watch this Nevada Highway Patrol trooper have a very, very close call. The trooper's door nearly torn off after being hit by a vehicle during a traffic stop. Now he is fine, but officials say the trooper was just mere seconds from getting seriously hurt or killed. It's a reminder for drivers to always move over or change lanes when approaching a stopped vehicle. A hot pursuit in Charlotte, North Carolina, causing some issues as well. We are having some technical difficulties actually here in the newsroom, so let's send it back to Scott for a look at your consumer news.
All right, Jacqueline, sorry about that. Amazon's known for deliveries, and now one of its biggest brands, Whole Foods, will deliver to your car. The grocery chain is launching curbside pickup for grocery store orders this week in 2 cities and plans to expand nationwide later this year. Amazon Prime members will be able to order their groceries online and then come by and have them taken to their car outside the store. There's no word yet on how soon the service could come to Whole Foods stores here on the Suncoast. Well, here's something for those who may be a little afraid of going to the doctor. CVS has launched a nationwide virtual service to treat easy-to-diagnose medical issues within its smartphone app. Consider it a digital doctor service. It will be added to its app and will let people get a diagnosis on things like flu or maybe some skin issues. They plan to roll it out nationwide by the end of the year. Now let's get a check on our first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Scott. Another hot one today. Temperatures soaring into the low 90s with heat indices up near 100 to 105 degrees this afternoon. And we have only a few cooling showers around, and we're going to see warm and muggy overnights too. Get a look at the Van Wezel webcam showing pretty much sunny skies. A bit of a haze in the atmosphere right now with that high pressure kind of suppressing any mixing going on in the atmosphere. We are starting to see some higher pollution content too. We're in the moderate range right now, but pretty flat, calm seas out there as well, and not much rain in the forecast. Now, a few morning coastal storms come back into the weather picture with this wind shift change that we've been talking about and highly advertised as of late, and that'll be happening tomorrow. West wind will dominate our weather too, and mainly inland storms later on in the afternoon, beginning Thursday and continuing through the weekend and even beyond. Inland storms will be the main focus of our weather, although we will see a few showers developing along the coastline in the morning. These are the winds right now, and you'll notice we all have a west to southwesterly wind flow. Not the best news for red tide. I know we had a prolonged east wind over the past couple of days, and now that is changing, although there is a west coast sea breeze that has developed both on Monday and Tuesday. We're seeing more of just a westerly wind flow throughout the day on Thursday with not much of an east wind at all. And the wind forecast will show that and suggest that. It's not going to be all that strong. We're seeing 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds basically out of the west and southwest running in through the next couple of days. Titan radar, not very active. Right now we're looking at a few showers popping up, and you'll notice the motion and movement is basically off to the north with a little bit of drift to the east right now with that westerly wind. Some storms have been moderately heavy at times near Venice and then dissipated quite quickly as a result of that high pressure kind of suppressing any lift in the atmosphere. A couple of showers east and southeast of Parrish, Florida as well, and all of it again is going to be generally pushing off into the interior counties tonight. Now, there will be some outflow boundaries which could possibly kick off a few evening showers near the coast, so don't be surprised like we saw last night, a few of those, but the main focus will be inland as a result of that wind shift that's already starting to go on. Still dry air in place across parts of the peninsula, although that is thinning out a bit. As you can see from the last 24 hours, we have an upper level low too right there spinning over southwest Florida, and that is enhancing some of these storms inland, but not much. We're not looking for that low to do much as it heads off to the west and northwest, and high pressure settles in at the surface and in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Futurecast tonight showing pretty quiet conditions overnight, and then as we move through the morning hours, 7 a.m., just close to sunrise, we'll see generally fair skies, a few isolated showers popping up late morning, and then notice the showers that do pop up will be inland, pushing off toward the east coast. Get used to it. That's going to be the pattern too as we move in through the weekend with a chance for a few coastal showers in the morning, and then also on Friday afternoon and evening storms expected. Well, we have our 4th named storm of the season. It's not going to be around long though. It is Debbie. It is a tropical storm now, and it is moving off basically to the northeast at 12 miles an hour. Top winds are at 45, and the forecast path and track take it off to the northeast into the cooler waters of the Atlantic, where it eventually dissipates in about 2 days from now. So not much going on with the tropics. All is quiet there for the most part all across the Atlantic basin. That includes the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. For boaters, winds out of the southwest. They'll turn to the west in the afternoon at 5 to 10 knots. So we'll start off with a southwesterly wind and seas running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out there in the bays and inland waters. You know, it had been easterly flow in the morning. That is now changing for Thursday. A 30% chance for a few scattered showers, only 20 on Friday. And then we jump up to 40 and 50, but not to worry, it's not going to be a rain out, just a few morning showers along the coast on Saturday and Sunday, with most of the action in the afternoon well east of I-75. Be sure to download our app if you haven't done so already, and if you have done so, make sure you check it periodically. We have updates on there. We'll talk about red tide and many other different things that may be going on in our weather here along the Suncoast, as well as alerts that are automatic. So if there's a tornado warning or a tornado watch for that matter, it pops on your phone automatically. You don't have to wait for Bob or John or Josh or Steve or Wendy to come on. It'll just alert you right there. And of course, we'll have updates on that too if something were like that to happen.
Okay.
All right.
Well, firefighters are getting no breaks trying to get a handle on the largest wildfire in California state history. The governor now requesting a major disaster declaration from President Trump. The Mendocino complex fire in Northern California has doubled in size in just the last few days. So far, it has scorched an area larger than all of New York City's 5 boroughs put together.
You know, it gives it a good perspective to how big and how large this storm is in firestorm. Thousands of residents are under evacuation orders as neighborhoods are reduced to ashes. A new wildfire in Orange County called the Holy Fire is also quickly spreading. One man says he had 5 minutes only to escape his cabin.
Wow. Well, we've seen these from these California fires, but look at this one. It's pretty unique. A fire-nado caught on camera in England. Very skinny looking, but there it is. Firefighters captured the video and posted it on their Facebook page. The phenomenon happened during a massive fire in the English Midlands. The fire-nado swept across the fields near a factory as the fire sent dark plumes of smoke into the sky Monday. The blaze, which was not near any residences, involved stacks of plastic pallets.
It's already gotten 300,000 hits on their Facebook page, and you can see another little funnel trying to develop in this video. Just to the left there, it's hot air trying to escape any way it can, and cooler air, relatively cool air around it, causing that fire-nado.
Pretty cool looking for sure. Thank you, Bob. Still to come in your Suncoast News, people in South Carolina got the chance to win some big money with a massive treasure hunt throughout the city.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Roberts from Suncoast View. Coming up Thursday morning at 9, wait till you meet the newest and youngest star of West Coast Black Theater's stage. This 10-year-old can really sing. Plus, a teacher helps us and our kids understand how all students' brains do not work the same and how we can all be more understanding. That's all coming up tomorrow morning. We'll see you at 9.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small. So Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
20 $100 bills were hidden all over the town in Greenville, South Carolina. Participants tracked down a total of $2,000 hidden yesterday evening. An escape room company hosted this cast search. Coordinates released every half hour led thousands of people glued to their phones waiting for clues to win that money. And the crowd grew and grew as the word got out.
Nothing dangerous. I want to be respectful, but nothing, I'll be calm and I'll do what needs to be done to get the money.
Well, calm quickly went out the window. As for the 20 winners, their hard work did pay off. I was just in Greenville a couple weeks ago for the first time, and that is a charming little downtown area. Looks like they had some fun there yesterday. I mistimed my trip. All right, we're just getting started here on ABC 7. Jacqueline is back in the newsroom with a look at some of the stories we're working on for tonight.
Scott, as red tide continues to plague Suncoast beaches, tourists are now canceling their trips. Coming up tonight at 5, we'll hear from local hotels on how that red tide is impacting their businesses. And tonight at 6, a new medical marijuana dispensary is set to open in Sarasota on Friday. How many more stores the company is expected to open throughout the state. Let's send it back to Bob in the studio for a final look at our forecast.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Yesterday we had a beautiful sunset. There was enough storms around to create massive colors out there. This one from the Ringling Bridge, Vasilescu getting that near the Ringling Bridge, and Longboat Key, Josh Stone. Also just gorgeous out there at Venice. Susanna getting a beautiful shot as well. And Palmetto, represented in Palmetto, Parnell getting this just before the sun went below the horizon. Tonight, I don't think we'll see as spectacular as a sunset, but we will see one. We are looking at mostly fair skies. There'll be a bit of haze in the atmosphere. There's a slight chance for a coastal shower, but not much. Most of it will be inland with that southwest wind, though. A little red tide impacts coming back toward the coast, and the sunset will be at 8:15. We are anticipating a chance for a few isolated showers, but most of that action will be inland. Temperatures still staying warm up at 11:81. Scott?
Bob, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on ABC 7 News at 4. We'll see you again back here at 5.